Don't say that I didn't warn you. I tried to warn people, and I feel like this is one of those videos that you're going to watch and you're going to want to bookmark because you're going to want to refer back to this because it might be a video that you watch and then a few years from now you're like, I'm so glad that I watched it and I listened to what Anthony said. Or you might a few years from now look back and say, I wish I'd listened to Anthony. Now, at the airing of this video, when I'm recording right now, we are on our like eighth or ninth prime minister in about as many years, in about 10 years. There's a lot of change happening. And now the whole conversation about right to buy and right to buy discounts is up and it's in the news again. And it's in the headlines because there's some new proposals, because these things will be groundbreaking. It's not only going to affect people who have council right to buy properties, but it will impact everybody. So make sure you watch this video all the way to the end because I'm going to be talking through the things that have been proposed. As always, always remember that if you do not keep up the payments on your mortgage, your home may be repossessed. These videos are not made to replace speaking to a professional. They're for guidance. They're not tax advice, legal advice, or financial advice. But make sure you watch to the end because I'll break everything down really well for you. My name is Anthony Lindsay, and today we're going to be talking through some of the proposed changes for the right to buy scheme. I do want to stress that they're proposed. None of them have been put into practice at this point. But as I said, you're going to want to bookmark this video because I imagine that there'll be a lot of changes. In November of 2024, right to buy changed forever. And what ended up happening is a lot of people were trying to get their applications in before the changes happened. I'm in 2026 at the time of this video, and some of the applications I started early in 2025 still have not been completed because the council is backed up. So what if right to buy were to end tomorrow? What would you do if right to buy ended tomorrow? So let's just talk through what some of the proposed changes are. So some of the things that they're looking at is that too many homes are being sold and not replaced. Local authorities need greater flexibility, and councils need more affordable housing. So what they want to do is start looking at the housing that they currently have and reassessing how it's being viewed. So some of the things, and this is really important, some of the things that they're talking about changing with the right to buy is reducing the amount of the discount. Now, this will be huge because, as you know, you can use the discount as your deposit. But especially if you live in London, you're in a situation where you're in a really expensive home, the discount that you're getting could be the only thing that makes it even somewhat affordable for you. So that's one of the things that they're looking at doing. What's something else that they're looking at doing? They're looking at increasing the time you have to wait to be eligible and increasing the time that you have to wait before you can sell. And why are these things important? Both of those things are really important because I'll be honest, when I'm doing a right to buy application for someone, one of the first questions they ask is, how long do I have to hold on to the property before I can sell it? Now, that's not what right to buy is actually about. However, it is a question that people ask. And the other part is, how long do I have to wait before I'm eligible to purchase my right to buy? So if they adjust those things, so if they say, well, and I'm just pulling a number out of the sky, you have to be in the property for 10 years before you're eligible to purchase it, that's going to knock a lot of people out of the frame. Or if they say you have to have it an additional 10 years before you can sell it or release any equity, that can change the landscape. But most importantly, if they just say that they're going to reduce the discount, that will be a huge impact on most people who are looking to get a right to buy property. So what this could mean to you: smaller discount. So the smaller the discount, the more you're going to need to come up with for the mortgage. So that's going to be really important. Different eligibility rules, as I discussed, longer qualifying periods, regional differences, and more restrictions. So right now, buying a right to buy property is somewhat straightforward. So if you're looking to buy your right to buy property, in most cases, you complete the application, you get an RTB1 letter. It tells you the valuation of the property, how much the discount is, and then the amount that is left, so the amount that it is after the discount, that's how much you need for a mortgage. But if they make it more difficult, so if they're doing additional checks to your income or your savings or things that may impact your ability to buy, these are things that you're going to want to address before the changes. So if you think you are eligible, or even if you don't, to purchase your right to buy property, complete the application now. Do not wait for the changes. Because as I said, I've been talking about this for the last 18 months. And now that the government is changing, they're already talking about changes. And what will happen if there are changes? Everybody's going to be completing applications. It's going to mean that you're going to be delayed, and a lot of stuff can change within the time that you're waiting for the application to be reviewed and assessed and to get your mortgage. I've seen it happen. People start the application late and then they end up losing out because circumstances change. Maybe they lose a job or anything can happen. So make sure, if you are in a council property and you think you might be eligible, just start the process. Speak to a mortgage broker. Don't wait, because you might regret waiting.